But usually in state court, you get a little more freedom to kind of work the room. Like we've seen Brian Watkins on Court TV work in the room, folks. All right, James DeSimone, your thoughts about our first look inside the George Floyd trial courtroom?
Well, most of the time when we prosecute these cases in federal court, we're tied to that podium. So that's something that we're used to. And you could still communicate with the jury. I think the most effective way to communicate to a jury as an attorney is with your eyes. I mean, we're not able to make a lot of facial expressions. You don't want to get called out by the judge for looking at the jurors. But when you're commencing a jury trial, we're conducting a jury trial, you look at those jurors in the eyes and you make that eye contact. So the masks actually may highlight the ability to have that unspoken communication with the eyes with the jurors. And then hopefully they will pattern this case after the case that some of us have been following in Wisconsin, the murder trial, and have the face shields for the witnesses. Because I agree with Brian that you absolutely have to have a situation where you're able to see the witness's face as they testify. And I would think they would make that accommodation. Really kind of amazing what they did with this courtroom. As a civil attorney, we haven't been able to get into court as much. And I'm hoping these types of things could be done in Los Angeles so we could get back into the courtroom.
Yeah, they really did a great job with what they're working with. But it's this is the biggest trial I've covered since a case down in Florida in Orange County. And what a contrast in the courtroom. So let's take a look at the courtroom that Judge Belvin Perry was in charge of. It was a case of, I don't know if you can't even see that woman. She's off to the side. I'm not going to say her name. Anyhow, her daughter was Kaylee Marie, was her name. All right, I'll say it was the Casey Anthony trial. They had a gallery up in the rafters, right? They had like a balcony. This is where I was sitting in the cheap seats with everyone. And massive courtroom, huge ceilings. They situated Casey Anthony so she was directly across from the jury and they could see her the whole time. And they put her in a chair that was just a little bit